Episode 5, the Cliff Notes of Eli, is happening right now. This is the tour edition, so it's gonna get weird. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys in on the nitty gritty of touring and stuff like that. So another off to a bad start. I was supposed to pick up the merch to go on tour, and I didn't realize how early they closed, and so I didn't pick it up in time on Tuesday. We're leaving on Wednesday, and I had to get up at like 5 and camp out and get the merch, and it ended up working out. We made it to San Francisco in time, but I was really tired and I had to do merch and go through it. And so the lesson is plan ahead, get stuff done way before. So talking about procrastination, I learned the hard way not to procrastinate, because I probably should have picked up the merch days before. But luckily they opened up early, so thanks to that merch company. And then we got there, we played in San Francisco, met up with Ex Mortis, and yeah, we just had technical difficulties. I had all these samples and stuff. We were trying to be that band that has like intros and, you know, just really epic and everything. And yeah, the sound guy just couldn't get it to work and everything. So we had a lot of like, well, we planned to like walk out heroically, and it's like, I guess, like, just start. And so hopefully it didn't come across that way to everyone who was there, which ended up being an awesome show. We ended up playing some new stuff that was scary to us. It's still scary, but we ended up, I think, pulling it off for the most part. And yeah, and then we played in Eugene last night, and it was awesome. Met up with Spellcaster. Spellcaster actually can't make it to the show tonight in Seattle. I'm in Seattle, like on the street, in the van in Seattle right now. So they got some van trouble, so that's a bummer. But we did the samples last night, and it was really cool. It's just really hard to do like an intro and an outro and all that rock and roll rock star stuff when you can't leave the stage. So we kind of just walked in the crowd and just said hi to everybody, and then went back on stage and played another song. And so hopefully it didn't come across as awkward as it might have felt to us. So we can leave the stage, so we'll see how it goes tonight. But yeah, so we're trying to do the whole like big rock show thing. So there'll be more on that. I'm not gonna get to any questions just yet, but please send questions, because they've been awesome. I was trying to get Blake Mount on here, but he's not feeling it because he's mad at me or something, but it's fine. But he had some technical difficulties. He's actually not being able to use his amp. So this is the stupid stuff that happens on tour that it makes it harder to deal with, because, you know, you're always moving, you're going to different cities. So he's trying to figure out how to fix it and everything. And we ended up going to a friend of ours who's a tech for Devil Driver, Aaron's house in Seattle. We had this awesome barbecue, had sangria, watched Maximum Overdrive by Stephen King, and it was awesome. And actually Aaron looked at his amp, and we don't know. So yeah, Seattle should be pretty good. We'll see how the sample thing goes tonight. I'll let you guys know how that goes. And on top of that, like messing with everything, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to play guitar. And yeah, I was like cramming before the show to remember some of our stuff, because I have a really bad memory. There's people who could just remember stuff that they wrote, you know, from 10 years ago, and remember stuff that other people wrote, and I can't remember stuff from like the last album. So yeah, that's what's going on with me and consuming me right now. Hopefully Blake Mount figures out his amp. Hopefully Spellcaster figures out their van. Good lesson. Van touring, preventative maintenance, and luckily we have Tyler Mill on our team to take care of that and take care of the van, this beautiful van that we live in. So yeah, hopefully this isn't too much of a ramble. I hit all the points, so let's go back. Get your merch and find out their hours way before you leave on tour. You have to wake up at 5 in the morning and camp out like I did, and then figure out everything that can go wrong beforehand, and then other stuff will go wrong. And then yeah, I don't really know how to as far as gear and stuff, like how to prevent that. I mean, you could check everything out, but you just never know. Stuff just goes wrong. It's happened to me. It'll happen to you, and you'll remember that it sucks. And I'm telling you that it sucks. And preventative maintenance. Those are the 3 things we're talking about. So, yeah. So, just got finished playing a show here in Seattle. I got an addendum to what I just talked about earlier today. Lesson 4. Always change your strings. Always change your strings. I broke 2 fucking strings tonight. Not on the same guitar because I have a Floyd Rose. I broke a string on Luscious and I broke a string on Count Chocula, and I had to play the set on fucking Yo-Yo's guitar. I love you, Yo-Yo. It played great. Just change your strings. It was so stupid. God, it was embarrassing. So, talking about procrastination. I've been putting it off. I also don't know when I changed the strings last. So, that happened today. Other than that, the show was really good. Seattle went off. You guys are amazing. I'm sorry you had to deal with me running around changing guitars. I also don't have my guitar. Like, here's another one. Put your guitars in a guitar boat. I don't have a guitar boat. I just leave it in the case, and I'm like, it's fine. So I have to change my strings tomorrow on both guitars. So, son of a bitch. I need more booze and I need more pizza. Fuck. Such a good lesson. Such a good lesson. Look, don't end up like me. Cliff Notes of Eli. Yeah, Dad.